Have you ever wondered how a small island nation like Britain managed to create one of the world's largest empires? It all started with a spark of ambition, a hunger for resources, and a desire to extend their influence and power. The initial steps towards this colossal endeavor began in the early 17th century with the establishment of settlements in North America. The Pilgrims, a group of religious separatists, set the stage by founding Plymouth Colony in 1620. This was followed a decade later by the Puritans, another religious group, who established the Massachusetts Bay Colony in 1630. These colonies, characterized by their religious diversity, laid the foundation for what would become the United States, with the middle colonies of New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and Delaware hosting a myriad of different beliefs. But this was just the beginning of Britain's global reach. As we'll see, these initial settlements were just the tip of the iceberg in Britain's extensive colonizing efforts. So, how did Britain go from a few small colonies to an empire spanning continents? Let's delve into the tale of British expansion. The Middle Colonies, a term we now use to refer to present-day states of New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and Delaware, were a key part of this growth. The British settled these areas in the late 17th and early 18th centuries, creating colonies such as New York, founded in 1664, and Pennsylvania, founded in 1681. It was a time of significant population growth, economic development, and, notably, religious diversity. The Middle Colonies were a melting pot of religious beliefs. Unlike the Puritan-dominated New England colonies, these colonies were home to a mix of Quakers, Anglicans, Baptists, Lutherans, and many others. This diversity brought a rich cultural blend and a level of religious freedom not seen in other British colonies. But the British Empire didn't stop expanding there. To the south, they set their sights on the fertile lands and warm climate of what is now known as the Carolinas. The province of Carolina was established in 1663 and later split into North and South Carolina in 1712. Here, the focus was on agriculture, with plantations growing tobacco, rice, and indigo for the profitable dye industry. The British Empire's expansion culminated with the establishment of the colony of Georgia in 1733, the last of the 13 colonies. Named after King George II, Georgia served as a military buffer against Spanish Florida and a haven for debtors and the poor. From the rocky coasts of New England to the sun-soaked shores of Georgia, the British Empire's reach was vast and varied. Each new colony brought its unique challenges and opportunities, from the religious diversity of the Middle Colonies to the agricultural potential of the Southern colonies. Despite challenges and setbacks, the British Empire continued to grow, forever changing the face of the world. And as the empire expanded, so too did its cultural, economic, and political influence, shaping history in ways that still resonate today. But what was the impact of this expansive colonization, you may ask? The legacy of British colonization is multifaceted and far-reaching. It began with small settlements and evolved into an empire that left an indelible mark on the world. Firstly, the indigenous populations were profoundly affected, often facing displacement, cultural erosion, or worse. Many traditional ways of life were disrupted or lost entirely, a tragedy that can never be understated. Yet it's also important to note the spread of English language and culture. Today, English is a global lingua franca, a language of commerce, diplomacy, and the internet. British literature, sports, and other cultural exports have made a significant impact worldwide. Lastly, we have the creation of the Commonwealth. This intergovernmental organization of 54 member states, almost all of which are former territories of the British Empire, continues to foster cooperation and shared values among its members. While British colonization has ended, its impact is still felt around the world, from the English language we speak to the political and social structures in place.